Um, Hello guys. Today I'm gonna be ranking every character in Super Smash Bros. That I believe that will survive the Infection AU by Luft P on TikTok. Anyway, so as you can see here, I've ranked everyone based on final the final tier list in the Gabaleth. I'm not counting Marth as infected yet, because he's mostly regular, as well as Mega Man, because we don't know his exact whereabouts. Everyone else is pretty straightforward, and yeah, I'm just gonna do it in order. Starting off with Charizard. I would say he's infected with Pokemon Trainer as well as Ivysaur, just because it's very hard for your owner to be infected and for you not to be infected. Um, I would say Bayonetta would survive, just because she's a demon hunter or a demon herself. She's agile and she has a ranged weapon, but for Inkling, you could say that they should have survived, but they're more of in an enclosed area wherever she was. So I feel like Bayonetta could is more of an open world, so I feel like that could go in her favor. Next we got Bowser. Bowser's a tricky one. Just because. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Okay. But I feel like Bowser's just a really tricky one. Just because he's more physical, but he does have minions that, as went during Luigi, Peaches, and Daisy's, broadcast. Um, they said people like the minions that aren't related to Smash Bros. In any sort of way are immune. So he could make a barrier with his minions. So I feel like Bowser and Bowser Jr. could easily survive this. Very easily. If they use their minions accordingly. Um oh yeah, before I get any further, let me explain the tiers. So we have the survives tier. They don't die and they don't get infected. Dies, they don't get infected, but they don't survive. Infected, they can spread the infection and not here. Canonically, they're just not here. So far the roster only goes up to the release of Banjo-Kazooie's DLC. So that means Sora, Kazuya, Pyramithra, Sephiroth, and Steve. Hold up, let me check my notes real quick. Joker, Hero, Kazuya, Byleth, Min Min, Pyra, Mithra. I don't know why they're on here twice, but yeah. But all these characters um are aren't canonically here yet. This was made as of recent of Sora's release, but from what I'm doing, I feel like I'm just going based off what is given to me. Okay. Next is Captain Falcon. You could make a case where he lives, because he drives his car, but the Captain Falcon in Smash, I feel like in Smash he's more of a Ganondorf, so I'm gonna rank Ganondorf. Where is he? With Captain Falcon, and I'm sorry, but they are probably getting infected. only because only because they're very slow and they're melee fighters. You saw what we in the very first episode we learned what bad things can happen to melee fighters with Marth, and they are very easy targets considering they're big and tanky. Although I feel like Captain Falcon would be a death because something would crash his car and then he would die to the car crash. While Ganondorf, he would be more of a scenario where he gets infected because he's slow and a big target. Next up is Chrom. I'm gonna say he survives, but like almost. Hold on, let me get all the sword fighters here. Cloud, Ike. I'll get you guys later. Link. Actually, no. Hold up. Hold up. Just give me a second. No. Okay, I think I got all the. No, yeah, he's fine. I'll talk about him later. Oh yeah, and Hero. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like all the Fire Emblem characters, plus all the links. Where's Toon Link? There he is. Plus all the links, minus Robin and Corrin and Shulk, is because, like Marth, they are a melee fighter. Well, then why does Marth survive? The only reason Marth survives, at least for now, is because Villager amputated his hand where he got infected. Assuming that they're alone, because that's what I'm basing it off of. If they're alone, I feel like they would not be able or not be willing to cut off their arm or whatever they're infected. And if they get stabbed in like the head, like Olimar's, like in Olimar's case, yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Now, the reason I didn't put Core in there is because he's got that dragon mode thing. And I feel like with the dragon mode thing, I'm not a huge Fire Emblem character guy type of person, but I do know that he can fly. Well, hold up. Actually, can Corrin fly? So yeah, okay. From the one Google search I have done, my extensive research, um, Corrin can fly, which is a huge advantage. I feel like he would survive, but maybe not for too long. Uh, I would say the same thing for Dark Pit, just like with regular Pit. It's just an evil version of Pit. And since Pit survives by being near Palutena and sending him off, wait a minute. Actually, no. I think Dark Pit's infected because assuming that he was sent by Palutena, he's probably infected. Dark Samus is a weird case because she's just energy. It's not even a he or a she; it's an it. So I'm pretty sure it would survive because it's immune. Now I think Samus also survives here, just because she is in a spatial military, I believe, in Metroid Dread. She fights off all these robots that are trying to get her, and with her one blaster alone, she's able to defeat all of them, which you gotta admit is pretty impressive. Sadly, though, I think DK, I'm pretty sure Diddy Kong, he's dying. Now, he does got his jetpack, I will admit, and he's technically in a racing game, so, he could drive, but that's the same reason I believe that he would die, is because the jetpack would either implode, getting him infected, or he would die in a car crash, just like Captain Falcon. Because other than that, he doesn't really have any good fighting skills. His coconut gun's not really going to do much against infecteds like Gaming Watch, uh, Kirby, or Piranha Plant. Next we have Donkey Kong. I'ma say he lives is what I think would happen. Uh, just because since it's canon that there are universes, so DK's universe could he could use Funky Kong, who is immune since he's not at all related to Smash Bros. So he could just use DK or Funky Kong to escape to all different worlds. Next we have Duck Hunt Dog. They're getting infected. Yeah. It's just a dog and a duck. I'm sorry, that's not that interesting. Next we got Falco. I'm gonna say that Falco and Fox live, as well as Wolf, just because that they are military, aerial assault. They're very high trained. They are in the military, so they are used to this kind of like army that grows kind of thing. Let's see. Next we got Greninja. I think Greninja lives here, kind of like how Mewtwo survived for a bit before he decided to investigate Dr. Mario's lab. But the reason he wins is because he's a ninja. He can easily go under the radar, unless he's stuck up on like Yoshi and Luigi were by Mr. Game & Watch. The Ice Claimers are getting infected. There's not much they can do. They can jump and they can swing their hammer. That's it. Now, Incineroar, I think, does also get infected, just because if most melee fighters are very much screwed. On a brighter side of things, I do believe Isabelle is going to survive. Kind of very similar to how Villager survived. She is probably in the Villager town, running the manager and all that jazz. So I feel like it would work out. Now Jigglypuff is a weird case for me. The reason he's a weird case is because, well, I don't. My main concern here is Jigglypuff Sing. I think if she's like surrounded by a horde and can jump like Kirby, I feel like Jigglypuff can live. I feel like there's a really good chance that they'll live. We're gonna put Ken and Ryu in the. Where's Ryu? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yeah, they are only known for hand-to-hand combat. They're shurikens. They might do something, but they probably won't. I'm gonna base something off of what happened in one of the first episodes for this next one, for these next two. Meta Knight and King Dedede are dead. They're dead. Because the reason I say that is in one of the earlier ones, it said Dreamland is gone. And the reason it's gone is because Kirby, sucked up every enemy and all that, which I'm assuming included King Dedede and Meta Knight because of how huge he got. Now, with DK surviving and Diddy Kong dying, there is a good chance that if they stay in their regular universe, that King K. Rool could live. But on the other hand, I feel like he would try to go to other multiverses. I'm kind of stretching this, but I feel like he would die. Actually, wait. Actually, no. I think King K. Rool would live. He has his block, and um, based on a comic that I saw, which makes a lot of sense once you see it. King K. Rool's belly isn't part of him. That's just like another piece of armor. So if they decide if they can attack the belly, or he can use it more as a shield, then that can actually work out a lot in his favor. Little Mac, melee fighter. Sorry, bro. Lucario. Lucario. I I don't know. I don't know if Lucario can live, because if he takes damage, he gets stronger. But the only damage that he'll be taking is from the tentacles, which will make him infected. But I feel like he's gonna get infected. It's just gonna happen. Lucas, I'm gonna say he also lives just because Ness lived. Me Brawler, I'm gonna say he gets infected like Sword Fighter, but I do think me Gunner will live, just because a ranged attacker could actually go really hard. That could actually do a lot of damage. Pac-Man, I feel like would not die, but also be infected. Although, if Pac-Man does officially get infected, I would love to see a retro infected Pac-Man design, very similar to Piranha Plants. Pikachu, I feel like he would live, just because I think the reason that Pichu got infected so early, because I believe Pichu is in stage 4, because I'm pretty sure stage 4 is tentacles over the mouth, and they can more easily hide it. But that's just me ranting. Anyway. But since Pichu got infected so early, a lot of the Pokemon are in danger. But the few that live, I feel like since Pikachu can zip around very quickly, I feel like he could avoid all the infected and even Pichu. Same thing with Sonic. That's why I'm like people. Well, if Sonic does get infected, oh yeah, you guys are absolutely screwed. But a fast zombie does not know how to run. If they are zombies, they only walk, as seen with the Inklings, in my opinion. We haven't seen a infected run. So I believe that they will either lunge or jump or just slowly walk. Very rarely, I believe, do you see zombies actually run. So, but unless Sonic doesn't see one and gets caught off guard, in which he dies. But other than that, he wins easily. Um, I believe Simon and Richter will survive this because they're demon hunters. They could use their holy water because I'm pretty sure zombies are demons. I'm not confident, but I'm pretty darn sure. So them with their holy water and such could do a lot. Um, Ridley, I think, also lives just because flight and everything, but that's not a guarantee though. But I'm pretty sure flight will be very helpful in the endeavors of this infection. I also think Rosalina and Luma are going to live just for the sole reason that she's in space. If she's not here, she's probably in space. Roy, I guess I forgot about you. My bad. Shulk lives. The only reason I say that is because of the Monado. From what I've heard, the Monado can give Shulk like a spidey sense, so he can do what Cappy did with Ness and avoid the tentacle. As well, he has the power to fight, speed to run, jump to get over obstacles, and overall, I feel like he's a very good contender of living. Wii Fit Trainer, I think, is not getting infected, but is dying. Just because there's not really much to her. But I know there is stuff that can help. Like, it's just a very fit person. And I'm pretty sure a very fit person isn't going to be living. But I don't think they would get infected. Zero Suit Samus, I feel like, is going to get infected. Because if in Zero Suit Samus and Samus, or if Dr. Mario and Mario count as two different characters, I'm counting them as two different characters. But, oh, well, if I do that, let me put that there. We'll talk about you later. But he just has everything he needs. Or, she, the only reason that she would live in the suit is because it's metal, and with Rob and Mega Man, they can't get infected. So, without the suit, it's just a person. It's just another Wii Fit trainer. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna put Wii Fit trainer down here. Robin, he has his spells, so I feel like the same thing with Monado, but I don't think with the Spidey sense that he would die. I don't think he would get infected though. Just because he has that sword that can cut off tentacles if they try to go at him. And he has those spells, like probably he might have a force field, I don't know. Wario. Wario dies. I feel like just because he wouldn't get infected because he has a great movement tool. Although he would attract them because of his stench, because he eats lots of garlic and is gassy, and as well as his bike, it could definitely crash, especially if he's in a foresty area like Woody Woods. Um. Oh. Hold on. Banjo. Uh. Survives. Joker. Um. I would say he gets yeah, he gets infected. Just because I don't think his ghost thing, I don't know. I don't know anything about Persona, I'm sorry, but I don't think it would help him there. Although he does have a gun, but that didn't help Snake against Inkling. And finally, we have Zelda, which Sheik is Zelda, if you didn't know. But, you know, I feel like even as Zelda, I she easily carries, or at least wins. But, yeah, if, if you like this video, or actually, before I go, I'm gonna go rank these guys real quick. So Sora, he's got the lightning. He has a lot of ranged, which could help. But yeah, I feel like he could win with the power of friendship because he's a Disney character. Kazuya, he's getting infected. He's a melee fighter, as well as uh Pyra and Mithra. Min Min, I think lives because I don't think her arms are part of her body. But if they are, she's getting infected. Sephiroth, I would say he survives just because he's magical and he is a sword fighter, but he is a long sword fighter. Like his sword is freakishly long. Steve easily survives. He's used to being in a surviving environment. He knows how to get food. He knows how to build shelter. He is basically the survivor. Uh, Terry doesn't make it, as well as Byleth, just because melee fighters are at a huge disadvantage here. And yeah, this is my final tier list. Let me know if you want me to make more content like this, and yeah, I'll see you next